fun.
Life's a gamble, take a chance in the twilight of fortune's dance.
On this episode of Sin City Spin, we talk about Doji. Actually, we talk about, Doji, space exploration, reasons to shut down the Las Vegas Strip, and the new Uber Guard app. Thanks for listening.
Host with voices rich and cool, share the secrets, break the rules. Martini wisdom flows like gold, every episode a story told.
And here we are, folks. Greetings from fabulous Las Vegas. I am Christian Mental Ward. Yes, that's my truck. No, I will not help you move. Now, to my right, it's Drew. Too many nicknames to actually list. Masoor, and he's busy the day you're moving, and also he doesn't drive. Now, to my far right, that's Jason Slider LeDuc, and he will help you move, but he doesn't have a truck. You can trust him with your dishware. This is Sin City Spin. We do this every week. You are listening to this on or about or after what? I got to do the math on this one. February 20, I don't know. It's Monday, February 24th. There you go. February 24th. I am having a week, people. Please.
I feel so bad.
What is happening in the news that has our attention now?
I don't know
Well-
if this table's going to make it.
I'm loving your energy today.
There we go. Come on, Sal. Tigers are playing tonight, and I never miss a game. You get that reference, and it is obscure. Put that in the comments.
So, what's happening in the world? Well, I don't know if you've heard, there's a group of people called Doji.
You got to be more specific because
Yeah.
there's Doji that makes trucks, and then there's
Oh.
Doji with 4 legs,
Yep.
and there's buff Doji and kind of fat, lazy Doji.
I think Drew is referring to Elon Musk and his band of teenagers. I hear they now have a groovy van and a dog, and they're solving mysteries now.
Hairy balls.
They are solving mysteries. I'm not sure a dog would hang out with those guys unless someone tied a pork chop around their neck.
Hairy balls and big balls with a Z, because that's what's
Well,
up.
that's how you tell them apart, right?
Well, right.
Mr. Balls with a Z is big balls, and Mr. Balls with an S is hairy balls,
Yeah,
right?
Lord Musk.
Who would have thought a fighter squadron is not the most inappropriate place in the government right now?
Right? Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. Ugh.
So, they've been doing some digging, and okay, I don't know where you get your news out there in the world, but if some news outlets say that they found a bunch of money, and some news outlets say that they didn't. I mean, apparently there's like either a lot of 150-year-olds getting Social Security, or there's 12.
Well, he has found what they call potential. And what is interesting that I did read is they did find a lot of the 150 or 200-year-old people. And suddenly everyone who is an expert on border security, FAA, traffic safety, vaccines a few years ago, and something else is now experts on COBOL, a dead programming language that we were talking earlier, and Drew used to program in, and it was dead when we learned it then.
It was awesome.
Anyway, but they're saying they have they're saying potential. But
Yes.
what I find interesting is, we found all these 150-year-old people. We didn't stop sending them checks. We just thought it was interesting they're collecting Social Security, and everyone has seen Office Space, and you know how to
Right.
solve this problem.
Just stop sending the checks.
Just stop sending the checks. These problems had to solve themselves.
If the checks haven't actually been stopped already.
Or steal someone's stapler. Absolutely. That is the way to shut down the federal government, is take all the stapler.
Guys, we've been in the government before. Some of us are still government adjacent. We all remember we've been told there's going to be money coming. We found some money somewhere.
They did?
And well, they did until they didn't. And they said, oh, and since we didn't find that money, we're taking more money from you.
Well, yeah. And that may still happen. But
That's
one of-
my prediction.
One of the ideas that got floated is because they have found so much money that they can give back up to $5,000 per household. I don't know if that's per taxpayer, right?
I'll take mine now. You can have my
I-
check.
I like money. But I don't know. I mean, I would think maybe you'd pay the bills with that.
You might pay the bills. You might fund that unfunded initiative for all that early separation that you offered the other government employees.
Oh, the fork in the road, folks.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a shit
because
show.
that's unfunded. You might.
Did you see they had to call people back? They were like, "Sorry, we fired you. Could we unfire you?" I'm just saying.
And this
That's
is why,
guns.
and
That's
this
guns.
is why you have organizations that provide oversight, but you fired all of them.
What did I say in our very first episode when we started talking about this?
Shut the fuck up, man. Oh no.
I did say that. I said, I'll wait.
How do we feel about it? I mean, I get they wouldn't call it a stimulus check. They're calling it a Doge dividend. I call them.
Of course
I
they
call
do
them
because it's marketing. Yes.
Yeah.
Doge dividend. So
Yeah.
they might just crap out a check this year of like five grand a per. That's
Well, at $5,000 a person is interesting. I read something on that after you mentioned it, and Forbes, which may or may not know a thing about money, they did the math on the supposed millions that they found and divided it by 79 million households, not people, 79 million households. And their math came out to $137.50.
I also heard $33.
$33 is a good one. This is the Futurama episode with the talking Nixon buck.
Allegedly.
So are you asking me if I think this is a good idea, or are you asking me if I will cash the check if it comes in the mail?
Well,
Because I am certain that despite some of our differences, our answers are the same.
Yep.
I feel like I was just going to kind of throw this one on the table and we would just stab at it as, I
With
mean,
our
first of all,
skinny
sure.
knives.
Are we not doing that?
I don't know that I had a formal question to be answered other than.
Yeah, we are stabbing at
other
this so
than-
much. It is Meatloaf from the Rocky Horror Picture
I
Show.
really do feel like, I mean, I would love $5,000. I like money.
Well, and you're gonna need it to buy the water for the water wars that are
I
coming.
know. I told you the water wars are coming in 2050. That's my prediction. Drew Masur called it now.
I'm not worried about it because the Singularity's coming before that, and I'm going to upload myself. So
Oh,
all you meat bag suckers looking for water.
I'm so gonna hang out with you. I'm putting on my
No,
Facebook
you're
glasses.
not.
No, you're gonna be a virtual dude. I'm gonna
Because
put
you're
on my
gonna be-
Facebook
'cause you're gonna be
glasses.
dead because you don't have any water.
No, I'm gonna buy it with my $5,000. You're not listening.
Time value of money. You're gonna save your 5,000. You're gonna invest your $5,000 now, so you can buy a couple gallons of water in
Well,
2050.
Apparently, in this market, you make like 50% in a day and then lose it the next day. This is gonzo. That's a
Yeah.
whole other thing that Chris.
Yeah, this is impressive.
I mean, I think that much stimulation. So we saw it with COVID, right? We all got stimulation checks.
Well, let's go even further back. Post 9/11, when Bush sent everybody $1,000.
Yeah, $650. Woo woo.
Our tax rebate for helping to balance the budget, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The one time we ever balanced the budget in this country.
And we all got refund checks instead of paying our bills.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Basically, this country is now a college girl that just got a new credit card.
Is she hot?
She is now. She got a new credit
I
card.
mean, as long as she's got a
fine.
good credit score, what's up? What's up? Get that black
Yeah,
card out.
That's what I'm looking for in young women, a good credit score.
Loose morals and a good credit. Loose morals and a good credit score. The story of Drew Masur and the title of his autobiography.
Yes.
Put in the comments what sliders should be looking for in a young woman.
Ooh.
I will not read them.
Proof of them being voting age. Oh, goodness. Are you taking the money? Do you think it's a good idea? Phil,
I think it's a terrible idea.
I was telling the listeners and the viewers, let us know. What would you do with $5,000? I'm buying another dumb car, but
You could buy 2 dumb cars.
oh no, $5,000. You've seen the cars I buy. We're talking like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy a lot of dumb cars and drive away in one after your divorce.
I'm gonna wait till the weed store has a buy one get one sale, and
That's
I'm going
proper.
shopping.
There you go. There you go.
Uh,
$5,000, you should start your own greenhouse in the back and just really kind of go like a little more
I have
homeopathic.
thought about that so many times. I've been this close, but then I remember it requires effort and work, and that just taxes me to even think about.
also, can you do that now? I thought they regulated that out of existence. That's your homework that's your topic for next time.
Oh, I was gonna wait till April to do a whole 420 special.
Nope.
Oh,
That's your topic for 420.
I like
Yeah,
it. There we
yeah.
go. So tune in April,
I've been
provided we're still here.
I've been thinking about topics.
Provided Doge hasn't given us our walking papers. We're private citizens. You can't tell us what to do. Yeah.
Here's a check. Okay, all right, we're
Doesn't
out.
work that way anymore.
I do feel like there's a little bit of that where it's like, hey, everybody, are you unhappy with the state of the nation? Here's $5,000. Do you feel better now?
This
That
is
all.
So on record, terrible idea. I will cash the check.
terrible idea. We'll cash the check, but that your last bit there, we again talked about this before the show while we were getting set up. This does feel very reminiscent of the Coliseum. Bread and circuses.
Bread and circuses.
All
Are
right.
you glad that we fired everybody? Look at all the money
What a-
we saved. Here's
what a-
$5,000.
Put a 1 in the comments if you don't understand that reference to bread and circuses. And if you are a young woman and don't understand that reference, call me.
He will read that comment.
No, I won't read the comment, but call me. Or slide into my DMs.
Ooh,
If
there you
watched
go.
Any show about Rome, any show about that time frame, they all do the same. Caesar has the crown, and therefore he has the crown.
The ladies under 30 don't watch TV anymore.
But maybe they've seen it on
Do
TikTok.
you think there's a TikTok about Rome?
I don't know.
I
don't-
guarantee you there's a TikTok about
There's
Rome.
probably a whole what do they call those? TikToks?
Subreddit talk.
Well, I know there's subreddits on it. Absolutely.
Ah,
But I don't know what's on TikTok because I don't have it because I'm not giving China all my data yet. I'm waiting
Why?
for the robot overlords.
That's why I wouldn't test out DeepSeek. Why I asked other people how they like DeepSeek. Because I'm not plugging stuff from my business into China.
I, on the other
Yeah,
hand,
yeah.
I still work for the government. I've worked for the government since 1991. China's got all my information already. They are not scared.
Oh, I'm not saying they don't
know-
have
you
my
don't need
information.
New information.
Right. They don't need to know my daily routine and have access to my calendar.
Like,
Damn it.
when
He
you
bought-
buy your 7 dumb cars, you don't need to tell China what you bought.
Well, yeah, and then I think they're also really pissed off because I traded in my 2019 and now I have a 1968 and they can't track that one. Cars, 2019 cars.
Yeah, sorry.
Because they all have like GPS on them. The government.
Oh, gotcha. Thanks,
All right.
Bridget the Gap for me, man.
Yeah, there you go. Slider, you got it.
This has been surveillance chat. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to
No, we
Conspiracy
really-
Theories.
Yeah, exactly. You got to have something else then.
I got something more fun than Doji, and it's
And that is
that I-
literally
that
I like-
hope
I like money, and money is fun.
yes, but things that are more fun than doji, like self amputation. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm hoping this won't get mental angry, but you're
I'm in a mood.
You're sassy today.
Sassy.
Okay,
Saucy.
it is 2025,
Woo.
right? 2025.
Yes.
I'm not missing some time.
No.
In
Yet.
this timeline, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about this timeline.
And this reality.
No
Okay.
alternate timeline.
I'm tracking.
It is the 25th anniversary of something important. What do you think that is?
Y2K.
That's where I was totally gonna go.
Correct, but not what we're looking for.
The world was going to end because we couldn't roll over the zero, man. Nothing knows
Actually,
how to go from.
What is funny, it's the 25th anniversary of us being really worried that the computers couldn't figure out what to do with dates and times. And now 25 years later, we have a bunch of people who don't understand that when you don't have the right date for something, you just put in the first available date. And that's why it looks like people who are 300 years old are getting Social Security.
Exactly, because it's these people are probably in their 70s, and whoever the data entry specialist GS3 that was hacking into that crap doesn't care.
Side note that as I was learning about this week, did you know, this is not my topic. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Think
I
about
like
it's the 25th anniversary.
Think about what I did.
You
Okay.
think about what you did. In 2020, the last beneficiary of a Civil War pension died.
I did know that.
The last disabled daughter of a Civil War veteran died in 2020, and because of her disability status and her father's, and I don't know how old the father was when she was born, but I'm guessing had to be
Not young.
he had to be one of those active seniors, if you get my meaning.
Out there like Mick Jagger.
Yeah. But yeah, she was collecting his Civil War pension up until 2020 when she passed away. So there are reasonable explanations for all of these things. But what do you think is the 25th anniversary of?
So I cheated while you were talking and I Googled on my phone
Okay.
and it came up with the anniversary of Highlander, which I know isn't true because Highlander came out in the 80s.
That's not correct in any way,
Yeah,
shape, or
no.
form. Highlander was 1985.
Exactly.
.com
Yeah.
first.
So it's not even
No,
it's
that
not
was
50,
right.
it's the 40th anniversary. Go watch Highlander.
You should. There can only be one.
We should do a live commentary episode of Highlander the director's cut.
So once we get a subscriber, we are going to start doing live.
Wait for a subscriber.
We're going to do live watch parties of movies that we find great, like Tapeheads, the Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen masterpiece, directed, or not directed, but produced by one of the Monkees, the bass player, not Peter.
We should just do that anyway.
Mike Nesbitt produced that.
We should watch that after we're done here.
Clearly, subscribing to our channel comes with a real commitment. Ride or die.
On the upside, when you come to
and admittance to a mental facility.
yeah, on the upside though, when you come to Vegas, reach out to us because we know where the cool places are. We really do. All right.
Okay. It is 2025 is the 25th anniversary of human beings inhabiting the International Space Station.
Oh,
Now,
not the same one, right?
that's
yes,
yeah,
the same one.
There's been a person in outer space for
No,
25.
I thought you meant the
Not the same.
No,
station.
okay,
It's
right,
the one
okay,
space
right.
station.
There's
Well, because we're
like,
all
Although
we're all old enough to remember Skylab.
so
Google Skylab, kid. Yeah, there's
That's
no kids watching.
that was supposed to be the quick lead-in factoid to the topic. Space exploration. Yay or nay, worth it or not?
ooh.
Well, if you're working for Doji, no. But yes,
Well, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
Hang
absolutely.
on a minute. Who's running Doji and what's one of his big companies?
No, yeah, that's a good point.
SpaceX,
Yeah.
NASA.
The Uber of
Going to Mars.
the Uber of space. Yeah. So yeah, that
Yay or nay, worth it or not? It was
Yes.
It was better than my original topic idea of bidets. Yay or nay?
So first of
okay. First off,
all, yay. On
absolutely,
Agreed.
yay.
Don't have
I-
one, but yay.
Okay, here's an old man life hack. I bought a modified toilet seat for mine,
Awesome.
and it has bidet like functions, and it's a game changer, folks.
Bidet-like functions.
Are they,
Bidets have a function.
Are they
This is pretty
easy
about-
are they easy to install?
Yes,
Are they easy to deinstall?
yes.
I'm gonna need you to make a distraction next time we're at mental.
I love that you think you have tools, but
Does it need power?
no.
I have tools with me
Shut
right
up.
now.
It uses it. I use it. It's a T off of the line. No, it's a T that comes off the line that runs in your
It's
toilet.
pressure-driven.
It is pressure driven, and then I have a dial, and then you kind of aim it a little bit, and then you've got a dial that decides how much pressure you get, and yeah, it's a wonderful
Also, I'm a
cleanup
little
aid.
insulted. You feel like an engineer needs tools to accomplish something.
I've worked with way too many engineers, and so have you, and you should not be insulted. You know I'm right.
I'm getting that. I'm getting that today.
Yeah.
I'm getting that today.
I like how
Now I was joking before.
I like how Slider looked at me with that engineer disdain and went, "Yeah, it's pressure driven." Duh.
Oh.
What, didn't you know that? Sorry. So, no, it's not. It's not coded in COBOL.
That's a
Space
callback.
exploration, yay or nay?
Yay, yay, 100% nay. It is yielded benefits. I'm staring at microchips and all this electronic equipment that we bought for next to nothing. I wear a lightweight fireproof suit when I go racing. There are half a dozen products and materials that we have been introduced because they had to develop it for space exploration. And there was a time when really, really smart guys with glasses and slide rules just made crap happen because someone told them they couldn't do it. Yay,
They're called engineers.
they are.
Huzzah.
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 I am very pro space exploration. I want to capture. I want us to start capturing, asteroids and mining them. I think that there's all kinds of goodies out there, and we should get some, and we should probably start looking
Sounds
at.
like space could use some freedom.
That's right. Space could use a little freedom. America space. We can have all the minerals.
We're coming for you, asteroids.
We can have all the minerals like we do in America land.
I think I
Yes,
saw.
man.
I saw a petition to rename it Red, White, and Blue
I
Land.
know. Yes.
I kind of don't hate that. Is it wrong that I kind of don't hate that?
No, I love it.
Ugh.
Red, white, and blue land.
The only thing to eat is freedom fries.
Yes,
Yes.
we should be exploring space.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree. And yes, we've got
And
a
it's
lot
worth
of
the cost.
scientific technology benefits out of it. There are cost benefit concerns about asteroids and that kind of stuff. But ultimately, we'll get there one day doing that, where we reduce the cost of lift and bringing stuff back to where it's actually worthwhile. But I think it's honestly just inspirational.
Yeah.
I think it's honestly just something. We have so much nonsense on the news, in our feeds, and so much day-to-day stuff we have to deal with, and I still get excited when they talk about there's a SpaceX launch.
Yeah.
Like did you guys see there was a launch last week?
There was a
And
launch
we
last
could
week.
see it from here, and that's rare. When they launch a rocket out of
Yeah.
now I'm really going space nerd. When they launch a rocket out of Vandenberg, it's really rare it's on a trajectory that we can see it here in Vegas.
It does happen. It happened last year as well. Interestingly enough, would you like to know where that booster plummeted? Through the middle of my major exercise. No one bothered to deconflict that. Fighter pilot, hey, what's that?
Well,
Sometimes things
I-
fall from space.
should we talk about whose launch it was?
Oh,
Because
I'm
I remember
sure
in
all of
my
the
day-
government
in
firings
my day,
absolutely made that process more efficient.
I remember in my
There's
day
your
when I
fucking
wore-
dividend
when
check.
I wore the little space badge. We always deconflicted those things.
You did.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of you people just got laid off. And then they had to hire them back. This is why you have oversight.
I hope your topic gets us off of Doji.
Probably.
Because I tried, but I failed to get us off of Doji.
I like money.
Oh,
You're on a 2-week moratorium. No Doji topics for 2 weeks.
All right, that's
2-week
fair.
moratorium.
That's fair.
but do we know like tomorrow they're going to just do something absolutely
That
ridiculous?
Warren is just talking about.
Yes, exactly.
Wait. The two guys who go by Balls, the last name Balls, are going to do something wacky.
Hairy balls
in
and
the next
big balls.
The next 24 hours. I am shocked and dismayed.
Indeed.
With a Z.
Indeed. I don't know if my topic will get us off this or not. This coming Sunday, the day before you watch this, is the Las Vegas Half Marathon, which is they only close the Las Vegas Strip for 3 things. One is for the Mint 400, they do a parade down Las Vegas Boulevard when they drive to Fremont for on Thursday nights for the show. The second one is
Number 2.
Formula One. And the third one, the Las Vegas, what used to be the marathon, but not enough people run the marathon, so now it's the half marathon.
I don't run a 5K, bro.
If you did, they have a 5K on Saturday.
They do,
Hard
and
hats?
a 10K. Yes.
And here's what's crazy about all of this. They're gonna shut the strip down at 8 a.m. for a half marathon that starts at like 4 p.m.
4:30. Yes.
4:30.
Because I'm
I
running
just
it.
read it in the paper this morning.
Yeah. Mhm.
What if there's a slow driver?
They will get him off. They will.
Yeah.
turn.
Maybe that's why.
I was trying to
maybe-
see why they
Maybe
closed it
that's why
early.
they're starting at 8 a.m.
That's what I was getting at.
Well, they
You
did.
get on those slow drivers.
They have to close it all because they got to go out there. I mean, if you're even marginally recreational runner, I want to highly recommend the Las Vegas Half Marathon. Every mile there's a band. You know, it's Las Vegas. I'm gonna have at least 2 beers handed to me while I'm doing this.
That'd be
It,
my job.
you know, it's actually a great time. You get to run on the strip. It is really fun and interesting on that. But that's where I was going with this is these kinds of events, us being residents. What do you think about that when they're closing the strip at 8 a.m. when Formula One comes and we start on there? I mean, what is there a trigger for y'all as proud Vegans? I don't know what we're called.
Las Vegans.
Las Vegas, no. But as proud residents,
I think we're called swinging cats.
I'm down with that. Yeah, as hip swinging cats, brah. What's your threshold? What makes it worthwhile to close down the strip for an event?
I'm actually okay if they close down the strip for memorable events, right? So my thing about the strip is I don't spend a lot of time on the strip unless there's an event going on that I'm going to.
None of us do, or someone's in town and they're in town. Come get me off the strip,
20
please.
years ago on a Sunday afternoon, we would have called each other and said, let's go down to the brewery at Monte Carlo, which is now the Park MGM, and have a couple of beers and maybe some appetizers. But it's just parking is a challenge now. Getting in and out is a challenge. It's so unless I'm on the strip for a very specific purpose, attending an event for business, seeing a show, going to a restaurant, attending some other kind of charity event that's happening on the strip, I'm not spending a lot of time on the strip anyway. Now, I am thinking about around the strip, right? I'm looking at those highway closures, those off-ramp closures, those on-ramp closures.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any plans on being down that way on Saturday or Sunday, but I am thinking about that. Like if I were to go down towards, Sahara,
Sure, absolutely.
on West Sahara, west of the strip,
Especially with all the construction on the 15. Yeah, all right.
But it's not really a concern. So
there's a lot of people that get really, really wound up about this. Hey, Formula One, it's ruined in Las Vegas.
These are the people who say, I'd live in California if it wasn't so expensive because of the beach, and then never go to the beach.
Compelling argument. Yeah, all right. Drew, you've been here as long as any of us.
It doesn't bother me. I think it's cool that there's a handful of events that they will close the strip for. It feels significant. It feels like there's a
because they close like part of it for New Year's Eve or St. Patrick's Day. Yeah,
we gotta remember we're a party town. We're an events town.
We are.
And if you've got a million pedestrians that want to go from casino to casino, that want to go from show to dinner to gambling to other entertainment to clubs to the myriad of things that we have to do here, you need to facilitate that. And during these big weekends, you can do that.
And what's great is like I don't know if you guys remember, you weren't living here yet. Again, when we didn't have Uber.
Oh yeah.
Or ride sharing when we didn't have ride sharing. And
ride sharing was my creepy old van.
Yeah. The Death Star. Now that's going to be an episode. But if like. Remember we Ubered to that charity event last summer, right? It's super easy, right? I mean, it was a super easy night to get there. It was like Thursday night on an off week. It was not a big deal. But, when you jump in a ride share and traffic's slowing down and you only have a block and a half to go, you go, let me out here. I'm done. Right?
Yeah.
Right. And now that we have ride share, like we always have cabs here, but if you like up where we live, trying to get a cab to come up this way was
no. They would. I knew people that before rideshare was a thing. If they had to be at the airport, they would never call a cab. They would always call a limo because a cab wouldn't come and a limo would.
Cab would say they're coming and never come.
Yeah, and then oh crap, I got to make my flight. So yeah, they'd always call a limo, and it wasn't that much more expensive.
Do you know what they could have called? This is called transition. They could have called the Protector app. Okay, I have more time on my hands than you guys do, clearly.
Are you following what he's saying?
No, but I feel like this is his cold topic.
It is. Yeah. I was trying to be smooth.
It was smooth.
It's smoother when you point it out.
I'm gonna be cool and see what happens.
one of the top apps being downloaded in all the various app stores is this thing called the Protector app. And the way that they're sort of marketing this is it's Uber with guns. They will show up, either one person with a gun. These are ex-law enforcement. These are veterans. These are military trained people. They'll show up armed and they will provide you personal security. You can get like an Escalade and 2 armed people, and they will get you from point A to point B.
So I mean,
It's private security for the day, a couple hours.
So it's private security on an app. It's the Uber of private security.
Well,
Yes.
I'm saying, like, is it on?
Uber with guns.
Is it on demand? Like, I just won $20,000 playing blackjack and got a hand pay. Doop 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 doop. Or is it, that was like perfect timing? Or is it one of those things where you're just using your phone to book something ahead of time?
So you have to be a member, so you're pre-vetted and some things like that. And it's only running in New York and LA right now. But yes, it is. I need security tomorrow from 5 p.m. Or there's a guy outside that wants to beat me up because I hit on his girlfriend. Come get me from the club and take me home.
Because we saw the private firefighters in Los Angeles, and
Which is what I'm alluding to is how do we feel about this privatized, the things that are supposed to be provided for by the government, right? Police, firefighter, even education are all being privatized. I mean, do we see like
private security has always been a thing. I mean,
True.
I know folks who own and run and operate private security. I mean, the only thing different here is it's the app.
Yeah, but I see where you're going with this, Drew, because these are things that and it's a chicken or egg argument. Is the privatized version of it popping up because the government was inefficient at it, or is the government getting inefficient because the people with the money that should be paying for it are just hiring it privately for themselves? And I'm gonna hate it until the moment I need it.
I know what I'm using my $5,000 check for.
I know,
But
right?
I do.
We'll hire private security and then we'll get them in a fight.
Oh,
But this is and we've all spent time in third world countries.
Oh, yeah.
This is us descending into a third world country. The people who have hire private security, live in gated neighborhoods, and don't worry about things. And then the people that enable that lifestyle and handle all that stuff cannot afford to take care of themselves, and they're left to the wolves. And you have the gated city and the people outside the gated city. The creation of the app feels very entrepreneurial and on that one, but the overall feel of it is I'm not feeling very American about it.
Thank you for taking me there.
Do I get to take helicopters places?
You can do that without an app.
They'll certainly get to do that without
Another 2 years you'll be able to take a drone somewhere, man. That'll come pick you up.
Yeah, now it'll land in your driveway.
grab on like
It's basically
what is that movie where he's hanging on to the drone?
At all,
it's more or less a flying coffin, and it comes in like it'll land in your driveway. And it's a single or a 2-seater, and
and it'll buzz you around town.
No pilot, no nothing, all that kind of
You're
stuff.
already in a coffin, so if something goes wrong.
And if you have both apps, you can get it with guns. It's an airship.
Yeah, what was the Matt Damon movie about the future where Jodie Foster lived on the space station and the guy's like, that man's bothering me, and his Mercedes robot starts shooting at Matt Damon. So
The winds of change are blowing, my friend. The winds of change are blowing.
I'm not happy about that one, but yeah, I guess they are. All right. Well, all right. So I think all three of us are walking away from this episode with something completely different. I'm in a worse mood than when I got here. That was hard to do.
I'm gonna like Slider spend my $5,000 Doji check on a 3 Escalade private security detail while I shut down the strip and have Uber with guns.
There we go.
I have nothing to add to that.
Ditto.
I have nothing to add. I was just going to spend mine on strippers and booze, but
Yeah, there you go.
thanks for joining us. If you want to disagree or agree, correct our math, find out where the great tacos are or where the great strip clubs are, drop us a line at sincityspin.podcast@gmail.com. Call or text us at 702-721-7328. We're on Facebook, Insta, Reddit for some reason, the thing formerly known as Twitter. That's all we have. Stay safe, and hopefully luck will be your lady. But if you wind up broke, I hope you have a swinging time.